Hello, Bona. How are you doing?
Good.
Fantastic. It's great to connect with you today.
Yeah, same here.
I trust you've had an awesome weekend so far.
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
the weather is very good. Temperature is
So,
good. I'm wearing
yeah.
t-shirts,
Yeah.
wearing slippers, so it's good.
Yeah. No jackets, no
No,
boots, no snow outside.
nah.
You can't ask for more.
We can't ask for
I
anything
can
better than
imagine.
this right now.
Not at the moment, no.
No.
At the moment, no. Nice. Okay, so welcome to Level Up by Africa Extended. Level Up is a program where we talk about immigrants and careers and how we are moving forward.
Yep.
And as somebody who is one, an immigrant, two, a professional, three, a recruiter,
I
you
have
kind
many
of check
things
all the
against
boxes,
me,
right? No, you have many things going for you in this particular case. You got a lot going for you, man. You got a lot going for you.
Oh yeah.
So we will just be talking about how we can just sharing your own experience, basically, one as a professional, your backstory, and then tell us what you think about how people can level up their careers in that sense. And to me, what level up means is basically taking your career to that next level and that next level and that next level until you get to what you consider a pinnacle for yourself.
Yeah,
Right?
that's true.
So before we go into the meat of the matter, tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, I wouldn't know what to say about myself, right? But apart from the fact that, well, I'm like every other person, right? Immigrated to Canada because I wanted something different from my home country, right? And apart from that, I felt like, okay, well, I wasn't giving the best I could to get to the level I wanted to get. I mean, talking about leveling up now, right?
Yeah.
So that was one of the major reasons. Though, of course, my folks, my dad, my mom, my brothers were in the United States, but I just felt, that country wasn't really, relating with me. I felt Canada was a place for me to raise my family, and so we moved there. So been here since 2016, 17, yeah, 16,
Okay.
and
5 years, 4 years, 5 years,
yeah,
counting.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's been interesting. I practiced as an engineer when I was in Nigeria, and then moved on a little bit to resource planning. I worked for the biggest multinationals when it comes to telecommunication vendor. I
Okay.
really enjoyed my time for all the companies I worked for. And when I came here, I decided to go through. I had two options, either engineering or recruitment, right? And I decided to go through the path of recruitment, even when I had both offers to choose from. You know,
Yeah.
take this is engineering. I had an offer. I had an offer recruitment, but I enjoyed relating with people. Understanding what people went through, and I felt I could do more uh, in that space, and that's why I went through that path. And since then, it's been up and up and up and leveling up.
I can imagine. Because right now you're considered the stalwart in the community as far as
Oh well,
recruitment and career is concerned. So
that would be nice
yeah.
to hear.
Oh no, definitely, because your experience as somebody growing through the ranks and then now coming to a position where you're helping people get into the ranks. It's valid, right? So going further in that same direction, you talked about being in engineering, getting into engineering, working as an engineer, then managing resource planning and scheduling, people, materials, and time frames and projects. Then you now get the opportunity to choose because your career breaks up. You either go more technical, more resources, people, projects, or you go HR, which eventually goes into management and exec and all that, and you chose the route going into executive management. Now, how has immigration impacted that?
Okay, so I don't know if immigration actually impacted on that. I really don't think so. Because the reason is because I already had that in my mind that I was going to,
Mm,
at a specific time in my life, I knew that I had to choose between pure technicality or moving towards management and, of course, growth. Because
mm,
as a technical person, I think the best you can get to is either you set up your own business or you become a CTO. That's the best you can get to as a technical person.
but that's still growth, though.
Well, that's the growth, of course.
Okay,
CTO,
good.
you
Let's
say chief,
establish
you say
that.
chief technical officer, right? But
Yeah,
it's all
yeah,
about
yeah.
technicality. It's all about bringing your
Mm,
technical skills to the table. So it's all
yeah,
about planning, all about technology growth, right?
yeah.
But when it comes to when you leave that space, it's now about people, about relating with human beings. So when you
Yeah.
get to that level of a CEO or you get to the level of a man that is CEO level, you're not longer talking about only technicality. You're not talking about people,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
So it's a mixture of both for me. So to say the truth, truly, when I was going to go to the resource management position, I was not happy. It was forced down my throat.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't happy. But I remember having a chat with my director then, who was going to put me in that position, and told me, Bona, do you want to have this test for 3 months? And after 3 months, you
Mm,
can decide if you want to go back to engineering. I said, okay, no
wow.
problem.
Wow.
And in
Okay.
and in 3 months, I found myself wanting to build a new department of resource planning. In
Wow.
3 months, I found
Okay.
myself like, this is what I enjoyed. I have gone to a last mile village before, and there was no form of internet communication, no BTS, no telephony, nothing. And my
Wow.
job
Okay.
was to ensure that internet, BTS, telephony comes to that village. That was my job. And I was there for close to 4 months, full installation. I slept on the site.
So that was you looking at basically managing the people resources to get that project done.
Yes. So that was
Wow.
technical plus people.
Yes.
But when I
Yes.
looked at both sides, I enjoyed the people more than the technical part. Because the technical part is I put in A, I want a B. I tell the machine that. So, but when you talk to people, you give the person an A, you don't really know if the person, you've told the person I want a B, but the person might just have a problem and then it gives you C and you say, you know what, let's walk back a bit. A machine does not
Mm,
understand that. So that's
yeah.
where I think it really told. I mean, I started thinking that I really will probably enjoy people. So when I moved, when I finally made that jump, decided to make to come to Canada, the immigration part. I need to really understand what people from. I had traveled, yeah. My kind of job allowed me to do lots of traveling around the world. But
Mm-hmm.
coming to a country and this is now your country, this is now your home. You need to understand the kind of people they are, and recruitment allowed me that freedom to start relating with the folks. So I wouldn't really say um, the immigration part was what made me to make that switch. It was just something that's already been in me, being the fact that I was already a resource manager, managing close to 3,500 people, and
Okay.
so I just knew that that was the path I was going to go with. Even when the money was good in engineering,
Yeah.
but now in recruitment the money is really good. So I would probably lie.
Nice one. Nice one. So basically, what I'm hearing you say is the choice to go into people management had already been made before you chose to come to Canada, and it was only a matter of course when the time came to make the choice here.
Yep.
Fantastic, fantastic, nice. So while you were talking, you were saying something about the environment and the people, and you kind of touched on culture without going there. So let us go there. Let's go there. Let's talk about culture.
Okay.
In terms of from a career perspective, what are the glaring differences? Let's start with the similarities so that at least we know that these are the transferable skills.
Skills.
What are the clear similarities that you can see um, from your running your career in Nigeria as a let's say entry level to early junior management, mid management, and then coming here into Canada, starting from lead management and building yourself to where you are now, that you're a professional recruiter, so you are placing people anything from entry level to exec level. What are the clear similarities that you can see that exist within both cultures, if there are any?
Okay, so one of the I was lucky in my career. I want to say I was lucky because I just came out from school and I got into a multinational Motorola.
Mm.
So I was relating with people who were Nigerians but did not have the Nigerian mindset of a workspace. So I was lucky in that perspective. I moved from there and I went to another multinational and on another multinational. So I was relating with people who were not really, they were Nigerians but not thinking like Nigerians. But I'll tell you, one similarity I see is that a workplace is a workplace. You just need to understand the environment. You just need to respect the rules of the office. Um, you are there to work. You are there to do the job. You are not there to come and play.
Yes,
So
I agree with you on
it's
that
just a
one.
workspace. You will
Yeah.
always be paid for what the role is. You will not be
Mm.
paid because they like your face, or you will not be paid because oh no, because he's white or black. No, that's no. You're going to be paid for the job. Be sure
Yeah.
that no company will make a loss on you. So if they put you in a company and you're not bringing profit, be sure they're going to let you go.
You're on your way out.
Exactly, you must bring the profit. Most
Yeah.
people say that from what I've seen, well, based on POs I've seen, both home and abroad here, um, an employer typically wants to do about 9 to 10%, 10 times of what they pay you. Typically.
Wow. Okay.
So if he cannot do it, it's difficult to want to play around with that number, right? They want to 5x to
Mm.
10x on you if they pay you on a salary. They want to make more than that. So it's just typical. So CEOs are same. You know, the mentality is same. They are hunters. They want to make money.
Yeah.
Then of course, like I said, it's a workplace. You know, don't go to a workplace and feel that you can go sleep and be lazy around and then expect that they're going to pay you. Civil servants, well, they call them civil servants back home, back here. They're still civil servants, you know. But you know, the thing is, the similarity is that they feel that okay, on both sides, whether it's private or public sector, on both sides the
Mm.
job, on both sides it's same kind of culture. A private sector will always want to push more. On the
Yeah.
government public side, it's still going to be slow pace.
They're
It's
more
not going to
laid
be as
back
fast
and
paced,
a bit
right? So
slower.
it's
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's same. It's same everywhere. So for me, basically, I think the I know we're going here, which is the differences, right? So let me jump in
Yes.
there.
That's it. Okay. Let's go straight to the differences
Let's
then.
just jump into the differences because the differences are more glaring than the similarities. Because
Mm.
I can come in here and I already have that work ethic, and I of course the similarities are same. So, but the differences here is that the the people you're coming to meet, or the people in Canada, or the people in the country you go to, they have their own culture. Like how we call it here in Canada, I call it Canadian culture.
Experience.
Yeah, the Canadian
The
experience.
Canadian workplace
Yeah,
experience.
I used to wonder, did they used to teach these people Canadian experience in school? I don't know. Like how I used to say when I was recruiting in Nigeria and I see a manager says, "Oh no, the guy that is too young from school, he does not have work experience." My first question to the manager is, did they teach them work experience in school? Where is he supposed to get the work experience
Valid
from?
question. If you don't give him a job, how is he supposed to get
If you
work
don't,
experience,
I
right?
can understand if you say he's green. I'm not going to pay him
Yeah.
500,000. I'm going to pay him
Mm.
250 because he's green.
Mm.
Over time,
Yeah.
he will work to get it. I understand that, but don't tell me he does not have work experience. There we have a problem. So
Yeah.
over here, there's something called Canadian experience, right? The
Mm-hmm.
Canadian experience is not something that is taught in school. It's not something they expect you to get from somewhere. Is you understanding the workspace in the environment. Why will someone's pussycat die and the person is crying and say he won't come to work?
Well, that's the question you would ask if you're in Nigeria. That's not the
Exactly.
question you would ask as a Canadian. You
Exact. Not a
understand.
question I will ask as a Canadian. That's a
No, you
question you
would
will
not.
ask as a Nigerian. And I'm thinking like, okay, there are a lot people are attached to their pets. But you need to understand why that person is really attached to his or her own pet. Because that person, that pet might be the comfort the person has. Same way your child is a comfort to you. So that's
Yeah.
why if he does not come to work because his pussycat is sick or his dog is sick, you need to understand that that is work experience. You need to understand why the person needs to take a small break. You need to understand why they need to be a bar in the office. It took me.
Depending on the the work
Yes,
environment, right?
exactly the
Yeah.
point. So
Yeah.
these are the differences that you need to probably put in perspective. That you don't want to bring the mentality you have from back home and put it here. You might be a banker or you might be an engineer, and you are not used to taking breaks. I'm not used to taking breaks at work. It's push, 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 push. That's
Yep.
what I know. Just keep working. Get the numbers. Get. And I told
Wow.
him, I don't understand your statement. And he said, because you are first here at work, you are last to
I
leave.
have to go.
Weekends, I see your emails, and I wonder what are you doing? You are still working. And I said, because I have my personal target. He said, no, I pay you for the time you give to me, nothing more. So give me
So
that
don't
time.
give me the time that I paid
Yeah,
for and no more.
your
Have a
weekends
life.
are your weekends. And I was like,
Wow.
this is new to me.
Yes.
That is a
Yes.
difference. So
Yes.
it's
Sorry, I need to interject because you pushed through a number of very significant things
yeah.
there. Number one, people are attached to what they are attached to, and you need to respect that. Somebody wanting to take a smoke break or happy hour as an office, as a team at work, or being able to decide who you connect with or who you don't connect with at work. Those are all things that you need to respect here. And that's just the way it is. And, then you just mentioned another very important one that as a Nigerian, I still don't get, which is I pay you for the hours I pay you for. Therefore, at the weekend, I'm not expecting to see emails from you. If I see an email, maybe it's a very critical email, and we see that maybe once a quarter or something like that, but not every week. And I don't expect you to be the last in first out every day by a mile. If you're last in first out by 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes at night, it's still fine. But you are 1 hour before us all, and 3 hours after everybody's gone, you are
You're
still there.
asking
Then we have a
why are you
problem.
so why are you
You
working
know.
so late? And
Yes, yes,
I know
yes.
a colleague that came to me and to me, Bona, you're making us look bad. I'm
There we
thinking,
go.
what do you mean? And he says, you make all of us look like we're not doing anything. I told
There
him,
we
I
go.
said, I am a Nigerian. We work hard. That's what I told him. I'm like, we work hard. I have my personal targets to meet, not your target. You can do yours in 2 hours. Maybe I want to do mine in 5 hours. You do not know. So, but it happens that we'll go for Scrum meetings, and my numbers are right up there, and then they are pissed off. So these are the
Mm,
things, these are the differences, right, that might happen.
yeah.
But sometimes, yeah, you have colleagues that might, okay, yeah, well, they want to sit with you, they want to learn from you and see what you know. And what I've learned here is that you have more collaborative environment here than back home.
Yes, because here we're working as a team to achieve a team goal, right?
Yeah,
Nobody's seeing it as my objective.
exactly.
Back home, I'm used to a position where you're like four managers, and we know that everybody's going to be graded at the end of the year because there's a bonus pot to share.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do everything in my power to give myself an edge to get the fattest chunk of that bonus pot,
Exactly.
right?
So there are lots of similarities. So of course there'll be lots of differences, but the most
Mm,
important thing is just understanding the Canadian, people. I'll tell you a
mm,
personal story. Um,
yeah.
when I got to Canada, I remember my first train ride, and then I missed my train stop. I just did not know this train station I was going to. Then I got to the train
Mm,
station, the one I finally decided to highlight, and then I asked somebody a question. And the guy said, you missed the train. It's going that way, but you're on this side of the pavement. You need to be on the other side. But guess what? The guy says, you know what? I have nothing doing. I will take you there.
wow.
and he
Okay,
took
that's
me.
a new one.
I'm telling you, he entered the train, took me to the next, took me to my stop, and then entered the next
Mm-hmm.
train back to where he was going. I have never seen that in my whole life.
Wow, that's okay. That's unique and different.
I
The best I've ever done is give
s-
somebody
I mean,
direction.
since then, I take it upon myself that when I see somebody who's missing, who's
Yeah.
probably missed their way, I'll take it upon myself to give you more than enough direction to where you're going. And if I can drop you there, if I can take you there, I will take you there. Now that's something I
Wow.
didn't have back home
No. Yeah.
because guess what? I lived in Lagos.
Oh, there we go.
That's
You're
it.
afraid to ask for directions in Lagos. Let's not
You are
go there.
even
Let's just keep
afraid
it in Lagos.
because the traffic might even be too much, right?
Even if it's not the traffic, somebody may just give you wrong directions for the sake of wrong directions,
Exactly.
which
Exactly.
is something ridiculous. But hey, so let's go on a bit more. For you, what does leveling up mean? We use the term leveling up. What does that connote for you? And what advice can you provide to people who are, very keen on leveling up in their career as immigrants?
Okay, so the first thing I would say, I mean, you've already defined leveling up, right? Is getting that to that space, that sweet spot of your career. You want to grow from step
Mm,
to step and get to that sweet spot, right? For
yeah.
some people, you know, leveling up might be, just enjoying, that space that you're in right now. Knowing that you don't want to, have an extra stress. Some people just want to
Mm-hmm.
take it one more step, one more step, one more step till I get to the height of my career. So it depends. For me, I would say that leveling up is something that is. I have always wanted. Okay, personally, I don't want to be in a. I hate being I hate being stagnant. I want to grow.
Okay.
I want to
Okay. Yeah.
grow at every point in time. So I'm in an organization. I'm thinking of how to move on to the next level. Because that's part of my questions I asked you. I asked during my interviews. Okay, what's the next step? What is the direction of this role? Where does it go
Yeah.
after
Where
now?
does this role go? Is
Yeah,
it
what is the
is it a
end?
bus stop or
Yeah,
is
what's
there
the
something
end of
more?
this role?
Yeah.
That's what I ask.
Yeah.
So, but I would say
Mm-hmm.
this, right? To folks who are coming to Canada, right? It's a good place for you to restart, rejump, no, relaunch your career. If you're an
Jump start,
engineer,
relaunch.
yeah, relaunch your career. If you're an engineer, if you're a nurse, if you're an IT guy, you are a carpenter, you are a civil engineer, whatever, right? It's
Mm,
you now have a chance to clean up the slate and start again.
mm.
Start again, and then you cannot decide which path you want to push your career, and the government is there to support you, right? Um,
True.
I always tell new immigrants when they come into Canada, don't 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 put yourself in a box. Don't put
Mm.
yourself in a box. It's right there for you to take. Don't let anybody say, "Oh no, there's racism everywhere," right? But I don't
Yeah.
believe that you'll be so good and people will and a company will neglect you because that never happened to me. I don't know. I might have felt it, but it's only when you allow it happen to you that's when it happens to you. That's what I feel. So in terms of newcomers when they come into Canada, I say what, come into Canada with an open mind, be ready to relaunch your career, choose whatever works for you. I have seen a civil engineer come in here into Canada. I spoke to him and I told him, I'm like, what do you really enjoy doing? He said back home he makes beds, he makes some stuff just for fun, right? But
Okay.
he's a civil
Okay.
engineer. And I told him,
Mm.
why don't you do a trade certificate, right? Do a trade certificate here, and then see if you really will enjoy doing some things like scaffolding, carpentry, and stuff like that. And he said, Bona, how can I do this? I'm like, the government will give it to you. They say it. You can go learn carpentry and say it. You can go
Yeah.
to Momentum and learn trades. You can go to
Yeah.
MCG Careers and you learn trades. And guess what?
Yeah.
They will help you with internship. Once you get that internship, you get that Canadian experience, you can
Yes.
open up your own company. The guy has been
And
here
that.
for 2.5 years. He has his own company now.
Wow.
He
Wow.
has his own
Now that
company
is a
now.
good one.
He was a civil engineer for an oil and gas firm in Nigeria.
Mm.
I just don't want to mention
Mm.
him, but I'm sure if you watch this interview, you probably will know I'm talking about him. I mean, I tell
Now
him most
that
times I envy his life.
no, but that's amazing thing, right? Being able to say, you know what, I'm getting out of the straight jacket, and I'm going to be free, and you find your freedom, and your freedom pays your bills.
Yep.
That's the sweet spot right
Yep.
there. That's the
Yep.
sweet spot.
I, I,
That's the
I,
sweet
I
spot.
know I know a mechanical engineer also. He's not Nigerian anyway. He's from one of these Indian, I think Pakistani or Indian, I think so.
Okay.
He's my
Okay.
friend. We ride motorcycles together, and he owns one. He is a mechanic now. He repair
Okay.
cars, fix cars. His son just turned 20 years old. His son,
Wow.
and he bought
Wow.
his son a $60,000 car. He's a mechanic.
Okay.
So, but
Okay.
back home, he was a mechanical engineer working for a company, sitting in the office. And every time we talk, I feel like this is an opportunity for people to really listen to him. I'm actually going to talk to him to talk to some folks recently, because you need to
Wow.
understand that when you move to a country like Canada, that we have 32 million people in a very big space of land like it is, the
Yeah.
opportunity is limitless. It's
You're right.
limitless. You can start off a company, you can build your career any way you want to build it, and you'll be successful. You know, and well, that's best I think I can say for now.
No,
Except,
no, no, but and I want to reiterate that because that is huge, right? Being able to say, okay, you know what? Yes, I have moved to a new place, and I have been able to shed the toga of, so to speak, professionalism that I was forced to wear, and I have now chosen my own path for myself. And not only am I finding release as a result of taking off the straight jacket, I am also doing what I love, and I am also economically um, stable on the back of that. You really can't ask for much more than that, really,
yeah,
right?
no,
You're doing what you love, and you're making enough money to take more than take care of your family.
oh
That
yeah,
that for me is like
for
the
sure.
height of it. So what I'm hearing you say is, as a professional coming in country, think about what you like, think about the skills you have, be ready to bring your skills and connect what you are doing to what you like in some way, with the mind of transiting to what you like, because this is an opportunity to make it happen. That's what I'm hearing.
Yep, that is absolutely very true. Very true.
Fantastic.
You have a new
Fantastic.
slate, create now, redraw it the way you want. It's just like you
Dread
say,
the way.
they say, you know how they say, if we took you back 15, 20 years with the knowledge you have now, how are you going to build your life?
Oh, it'll be different,
Yeah.
definitely.
So that's what you have when you move to Canada from any country you immigrate. It's like knowing what you know now. What do you want to do with your life?
What do you want to do?
Yeah, but you most people
Wow.
come in here, they are really very shy, which I
Mm-hmm.
understand. They are really very shy, but you need to know that you have to break out of that place, and so that you can be successful. That I still think I still see myself as a newcomer to Canada, because there's so many things I still try to want to learn, but the most important thing is that I've known that I now know that for me to get to that level that I want to really be, I need to
Mm-hmm.
be extra. I need to break out of my comfort zone and just give the best I can at every point in time. And most importantly,
Wow.
be a Canadian.
Wow. Nice. Wow. Okay, this has been very illuminating for me. I've enjoyed this conversation thoroughly, and the things you've highlighted. One, when if a job's a job, go there ready to do the job.
Do it.
Two, understand the people you are working with and build the relevant relationships to get the sponsorship you need to move your career forward. Three, coming to a new country, there's the opportunity to wipe the slate clean. So
Yep.
take your time, think about the potential of that. And if you need to start all over again, knowing what you know now, go ahead and reset,
Yep.
because there is opportunity and you can make a difference.
Awesome.
Wow.
That's very true.
Thank you very much, man. This has been a very enlightening conversation for me, and I really appreciate it.
Sure, sure.
And as usual, whenever we come up with new things, we always trust you to be somebody we can reach out to say, hey, brother, come and give us your thoughts on this. Thank you very much.
No worries
Yeah.
at all. I really appreciate this.